Hi YouTube friends, thanks for joining me today. I just want to show you the Halloween journal that I did. All made out of food boxes, so stuff like biscuit boxes and ice cream boxes, etc. And it's that no-sew binding that I like to do, which is flavour of the month for me, flavour of the last 2 months. Okay, so I'll show you the cover. So the back cover, I've got some bats. I should call it the back cover instead of the back cover. I've got some bats on the back of the cover there. Hope that's in shot. Yeah, so that's piece of cardboard. Had heaps of, like all of the pages have got a whole heap of underpapers collaged onto them and then they're painted. This has got a bit of stenciling on it. These are just plastic bats that came in a Halloween pack, and I glued them down and then I've wiped some gilding paste over the top of them. The front cover's got a little bit more work on it. Base was made the same way. There's some images in the background which are sort of being covered over a fair bit. But what I've done is I put some decorative corners on there. I've glued on some, I think it's called spooky fabric, something like that. Got another bat. A plastic spider that I glued on. That was just a Halloween notions thing from the cheap shop. And then I put a door handle on there, and that's all covered in gilding paste as well. So when you open the book up, you can see how the collage paper thickens up and creates that nice sturdy feel that I like. So I had an extra page because the book was getting too thick, so I just tore that page in half and used it to make a pocket there, a little tuck spot, and I've just stuck a couple of things in there so you can see what they are. I've got a bit of a tear there, but that's okay. So you can see the background papers here, and I've just collaged some spooky elements on. Same with this one, just out of different books, and there was a couple of collage soup images in amongst these, but these other things are all just out of books. They're collage soup images. So are these. More images. This is from an old book about talkies, the history, black and white history of talkies it's called, meaning movies where they started actually having sound in them rather than someone playing a piano. So there was a few scenes from different movies. I stuck them in. Over here I used when you pull a box apart, there's things like that, tabs, so I keep all those, and this one I used to make a tuck spot, and I've just stapled it in there with some copper staples. This one is one of my favourite bits of the book, so it's my bad boy, good boy. He spins around, so everyone has a good side and a bad side. That's him in there. So how I made that was I printed that image off twice, but I mirror reversed one of them and stuck them together, and then just used the head off something else to put on this one. So I used a few staples just to reinforce it. There was a weak spot there, so I wasn't going to patch it. I thought I'll just use something else, so I just went to town with the stapler. Bit of that spooky fabric there, that's red ink. And on this page, it's all images out of books, and I've just used stapled on printable there. It's a moth to use as a tuck spot as well as a tab. Staple it on again. This page here, it's just completely covered in that spooky fabric. It's really feels nice to touch. So on this page I glued the snake on, so it is actually a rubber snake. it was a funny colour and it had a funny head, so I cut the head down and then I've painted it and put the gilding wax on it, and I like the way it's sort of like draped over that little cupboard full of skulls and bones. Another tab there. This one I have another tab, or tabby sort of tuck spot there. Images from magazines, books again, same movie book I think. Then on these ones I just put creepy heads on them. This one, if you lift up the cloth, you see the lady there. I think she was meant to look sexy in the book. She looks evil to me, so she's in there. This page is just a few images. That is actually a transparency. It's been through the embossing machine. And yeah, some printables from Collage Soup. A bit more of the spooky fabric glued onto that short page there. Book image. That and that printables. So is this thing here. This one I just put the 3 skulls on there, and then I put it's actually fly screen on there just to cover it over, to create some texture and a look. And this is actually concealing a little book that's inside there, so that just unties. And then inside we've got more book images, and there's a little book in here that you could write in. And then on the last page, I haven't put anything on that one yet. I'm not sure whether I will, but there's the other half of the page that's at the front. And then a toilet paper roll pocket there. And back to the back cover. This is just, it's an old sheet that I was using for painting on. So it's got bits of paint and stuff all over it. And inked it up with some Distress Oxide inks. So coming up for the next 24 minutes or so is a compilation of some of the techniques. There's no talking through it, but you can see what I'm doing, and I hope that gives you some ideas and some insight into how this was made, and I hope you enjoy the spooky music. I probably could do some more work on it, maybe some more pockets or things, but the book's pretty gator mouthed at the moment. I could take out a page, but I don't really want to. It's more a lookbook than anything else. They're just full of little historical images, some of these, and surprising things. So that was it. It was quite enjoyable to make. It did take me longer than I thought it was going to take, but got there in the end. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Hugs and cheers from Australia. Hooroo.